Okay, welcome to the last video of my super slow beginner Megaminx solve. So where I left you off, you should have oriented the edge pieces on the top to where they are all gray and they are all also on the correct side. So now what we're going to do is we are going to do two more algorithms, and I will post them in the description. And what we're gonna do is we need to get these corner pieces all facing the right direction, all with the gray on the top. And then what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna put them in the right place, and then your Megaminx will be solved. So what we wanna do is we wanna start with, we wanna find the corners that are not turned the right direction, meaning we wanna look at the top and we want to find the ones that we don't want to look at. These ones, these are all correct. Okay, and it's just going to depend. You may have most of them turned up correctly, you may have most of them not. So it's just kind of, yours is going to look a little bit different, but the same rules are going to apply. So what you want to do is you want to find the one that needs to be fixed, and you want to hold it to where it is in the top right of this front face. Now I'm going to, I don't know if this is totally, if this is the correct term, but we're going to be using two sides here. We're going to be using the right, which is going to be this one. So every time that we're for these next two algorithms, it's going to be crucial that you are holding this facing you like this, okay? And that we're always going to be working with this top right hand corner. So this will be called the right side, and then we're also going to be working with this one. Now I don't know what the official name is, but I'm going to call it the bottom right. Okay, now I know this is technically like the bottom, but with the Megaminx, since it has so many sides, it's not just, you know, that simple as a 3x3. So we will be working with the right, and then when I say bottom right, I'm talking about this one because it is more on the bottom and it is to the right. Okay, so here's the algorithm that we're going to do. So we've got it all set up. Here's our top corner one that we want to work with, and we are going to start off with an R prime move. So we're going to move that down like that. Then we're going to do a bottom right prime, which is like that. And then essentially with these, all we're going to do is we're going to undo what we just did. So then we're going to do an R move, and then we're going to do a bottom right move. And we are going to keep doing this. Notice I didn't do anything. We're going to do it a certain amount of times. I'm not, you know, it'll vary until a corner piece pops up in this spot that has a gray on the top. So make sure that you are completing these and you don't get stuck somewhere in between, because you want to make sure that, you know, it will fix everything eventually. I know you're looking at it and you're like, oh my gosh, I messed everything up. That's okay. This is an algorithm that will, if done correctly, it will fix itself. Now, I had one of my corner pieces was turned incorrectly, and it was really messing with me for a few days because I could not get this to work until I went onto Reddit and posted on the Cubers subreddit, and they were like, oh, you just need to turn your corner piece, because this algorithm will always fix the top. So if it's messing up, then maybe one of your pieces is out of order. So I'm going to do that algorithm again. R prime, bottom right prime, R, bottom right. And look, that's what I want. It gave me that gray piece. So you need to be paying attention, because I don't want to do it again, because that's going to mess me up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply move my top layer. I can move it all I want. I'm not going to mess anything up. And I want to put the next piece. So now that one's good. It's okay if it's not in the right spot. It's okay that it's not black and, what would it be? Black and, I guess, blue, right? Yeah. That's fine. We're not doing that yet. We're just trying to get them all gray. So I need to focus on this one. So I'm going to move it over. Remember, we're always working with this front face in the top right, and I'm going to do that algorithm until the gray is on the top, and you'll see this will all get fixed. All right, so R prime, bottom right prime, R, bottom right, nope, didn't do it, let's do it again. R prime, bottom right prime, R, bottom right, nope, R prime, bottom right prime, R, bottom right, nope, I think one more time, R prime, bottom right prime, yep, R, bottom right. It is like Megaminx magic, how it fixes everything and it gets your top layer with the gray facing up. So that just leaves one last step. Okay, so now you notice, let's line up our edge pieces. You can see that we have some corner pieces in the correct spot. So that one's good and that one's good. So we've got 3 corner pieces that are facing the right way, but they're simply out of place. So this one needs to be over here, and this one needs to be over here. This one needs to be over here. So I'm going to show you the last algorithm. And this one, it's very similar to the last one, although we're not going to do the whole thing. So we're going to leave off a step. So same thing, I want you to find a corner piece that is not in the right place, and I want you to position it in the top right hand corner of the face that you're looking at. So I'm going to choose to, and yours is going to be, you know, probably not going to have the exact same scramble. I'm going to choose to do the blue and the black. So I'm just going to, I'm going to put that one in the top right hand corner, and then you're going to do this algorithm. It's very similar. It's going to be an R prime. It's going to be a bottom right prime, and then we're going to do an R. Okay? Now, so that was 3/4 of the last algorithm, and we're going to leave it like this, and I'm going to show you what to do. At the bottom of this face, you should see one of your corners, your precious corner pieces that was up here has now kicked down here during that algorithm. Okay? So still, I want you to still hold it like this with the gray on the top, but I'm just showing you this so you can see what it looks like. So my piece that was up here, I've now put it down here. So look, this is the gray, blue, and black. Now, whatever piece ends up right here, you need to find the correct spot for it and put that in the corner piece, the top right hand of this front face. So I want blue and black, okay? Well, obviously that needs to be green, gray, and pink. So this is not the right spot. You'll know the right spots because remember, your edge pieces are oriented. So it can get a little confusing when you start turning it because you're like, oh man, what goes where? But if you need to just reset it, you can look and see that's the one that I want. Look, blue, black, gray. Blue, black, gray. This is the spot where I want that piece to be. So let's go back, find it again. Again, don't worry, all this is messed up. This will fix itself. So we want, again, to be looking at the side where our displaced piece is. And now I'm going to move. We decided that it needs to go there. And what we're going to do is we're going to undo what we just did. So it's going to be not an exact opposite of it, but it's going to be very similar. So here is the second part to that last algorithm. So now that we have this piece and this piece, okay, we're going to do an R prime. We're going to do a bottom right, which slides it up, and then we're going to do a right. And look, that puts that piece exactly where we need it. Now, what I love about this algorithm is it's already kicked out or displaced the next one that we need to do. So we don't even have to look for it. It's going to give it to us. So this piece should have a gray piece in it. It should be a corner piece with a gray. So now I know that I'm ready to place the gray, green, and orange, which is going to be this piece right here. So what I want to do is I want to put that over. We're still working with the same face, even though the piece is over here and not right here. It's okay. We're going to put this over here, and we are going to do the first of that second part algorithm again. So I'm going to do, and you can kind of intuitively get a feel for what's going to happen. So I'm going to do an R prime, a bottom right prime, and look, this puts it right here, so we know what's about to happen. I'm going to do an R, and look, that puts that right where it needs to go. So now I have one last piece that needs to be solved, and again, this algorithm has conveniently displaced the last corner piece that we need, so we don't have to go looking for it. So now it's put it back in this place. So we have the pink and the green and the gray. So if you want to look, it's fairly obvious where this one needs to go. This needs to be, but just to show you, green, pink, and gray. So what we're going to do is we're essentially going to swap, or we're going to do that last algorithm, and it's going to put this one up here, and then we should be solved. So this algorithm is going to be the second part, and it's going to be R prime, and you can see this needs to come over, so this is going to be a bottom right, and then a right move, and looky there. That has solved our Megaminx. Now, just like the 3x3, you may turn that up and it may be like this, okay? Don't freak out. All you need to do is simply move it a couple times until it is lined up. So again, I will post those algorithms. Again, there are faster ways to do this. This is my way, the first way that I learned it, and I hope that you found it helpful. Please let me know if it helped you solve it.